Hey, Lila! I really hate to ask this, but I'm going to need you to start sending me money every month. I'm thinking that we can start at 1,000 a month and see where we can go from there. Thanks for understanding.
Wait, Tammy, you want me to send money every month?
That's right. Tim has been sending us about 2,000 a month, but that just isn't enough for us to get by on. So now you need to start giving us some money too, okay?
My husband's already sending you that much money and it's still not enough? I think that means there's something wrong with the way you're spending the money. I mean, your parents really only have their retirement money to live off of. I would think between the money from Tim and then that would be enough.
So you're saying that you're just going to let my mom and I keep being poor? What if there's another health scare and we don't have enough money for the hospital? What are we supposed to do then? The doctor said that there was a chance that he would have to increase her prescription size and it's already expensive enough right now.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe you should be the one to help your mom next time that happens.
What do you mean I should be the one to help my mom?
I just mean that it sounds like your parents are already sending you plenty of money. So I think that if that really isn't enough, then maybe you should contribute a little more.
Excuse me? Just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, I heard a bit about it from Tim, but you're not looking for a job right now, are you? I mean, it's already been a whole year since you got let go. Don't you think it's time to start working again? I mean, if you did that, then I'm sure you would be able to take care of your money problems.
I am sorry, but I have no intention of looking for a job anytime soon. That is why I'm coming to you to make up the money that we need. Now just hurry up and pay me.
What do you mean you don't intend to look for a job? You mean you're just going to stay unemployed?
That's right. I do, in fact. I mean, someone has got to stay home and take care of my mom, and that someone is going to be me.
Is your mom really doing that poorly right now?
You have no idea how tough things are over here. I'm so busy all the time, and you never know when my mom might trip and then we'd have to take her to the hospital or something. That's why I'm choosing to stay at home for all of this. That's why I can't just go out and find a job.
I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that your mom is healthy enough to get herself to the hospital if she needs to go. I'm sure that you do a lot to set her at ease by being at home, but I hear that all you do is just sit on the couch and play on your phone.
What? Who said that? And just what makes you think my mom can get there herself if something bad were to happen? Who cares if I'm looking at my phone as long as I'm there and ready to get my mom out of there in case of an emergency?
I guess you have a point there. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so. Maybe now you understand why I need to be home to look after my mom. You never know when something terrible could happen to my mom and that could keep her from getting to the hospital herself. But by staying at home, I'm basically an ambulance service right in her house. If anything, I would be dangerous if I found a job and had to leave home every day. Now, as you can see, I have my hands very full watching my mom here, so at least you could do is send me a little money every month. Again, I'm thinking we start with 1 grand and see how things go from there. It might change if I need more spending money.
Now just hold on a second. You mean that you're taking some money for yourself out of the money your parents are sending you?
Well, of course I am. I mean, it's hard work having to take care of my mom. You think I would do this if I wasn't getting paid? I am working around the clock with 365 days a year, and I need to get something for all of that effort.
I really don't even know what to say.
So, anyways, go ahead and start sending me the money this month, okay? Tim has been the one giving us money up to now, so it's not fair for you to be the only one not helping take care of my parents. They're your in-laws too, you know. Oh, Lila, I'm so sorry. I heard that Tammy called you about sending money. I just don't want you to pay her any mind at all. We don't need to be sent any more money, I promise.
Oh, really? But she seemed to be really scared that you might get sick or hurt at any moment. She also said something about your medication or treatment getting more expensive soon as well.
Yes, but they did up my dosage for some of my pills, but it was only on slight amounts. But it still isn't that expensive because I've been taking the generic brand this whole time. The new price is only about $20 more a month.
Oh, really? That's all that it went up by?
But Tammy keeps pushing me to stop using generic brands of medicine. She told me that I should just take the name brand and ask you to pay for it all. But even if I did that, I would probably only need like an additional $100 a month.
Is that it? Just 100? But Tammy said that she would need another $1,000 to be able to take care of you.
Oh, this girl. Did she really say that? What is the matter with her?
She said that the $2,000 a month she was getting wasn't enough for her. But I also heard from Tammy that she's just refusing to look for a job at all. She said that she's too busy taking care of you to work. That's why she was asking for another $1,000 a month to help with that.
Wait. You said we're getting $2,000 a month? Are you guys paying that much a month already? I thought that you were only sending us $500 a month. Where did those $2,000 came from?
Well, it was Tammy's idea. She suggested it after she started living with you. She said that your retirement money was much less than she thought and that she needed more money to take care of you.
She said what? What is she talking about?
I know that we talked about this earlier, and you said that between your retirement and $500 a month you were going to be fine. But Tammy said that you were living right on the edge financially and that you'd be needing much more to be comfortable. So anyway, I talked with Tim and he suggested we up it to $2,000.
But Tammy never told me anything about any of this. I mean, we were living more than comfortably when you were sending us $500 a month. Oh no, I'm so sorry if we've made things really difficult for you by having you send so much. The thing is that, well, Tammy chose to live back at home despite all my best telling her otherwise.
You mean that she's living there despite you not wanting her to?
Oh, not only that, but when she came to move in, she insisted on taking over all of the finances for the house and took my bank cards to manage the account. I haven't touched the money since then, so maybe that's why I have no idea about any of this. But now I'm sure that Tammy is just using all the money you've added for herself. It's no wonder she just doesn't want to work when she is just ripping you off.
So then you think that this extra $1,000 would have gone straight to Tammy as well?
Aye, without a doubt. She is just wanting to pocket that money for herself. And to think that you were already supporting us and Tammy had the gall to ask more from you.
Oh, right, that actually reminds me. About the money, it seems to me like Tammy thinks it's Tom who's sending it. She told me that the $1,000 was the least that I could send to be a good daughter-in-law.
Oh my goodness, that girl seriously doesn't know when to quit, does she? I've already tried to talking to her over and over, but she just refuses to listen to me. She refuses to believe what I'm saying.
What do you mean? What are you trying to tell her?
Well, she thinks that her brother, Tim, works for some huge company and that's why she thinks that he's the one who has been sending the money all this time. I tried explaining that you're the one who's been sending the money this whole time, but she thinks that I'm saying to do you a favor by saying that.
Well, it is true that Tim's company is working via contract for a huge corporation, but I'm the one who's actually working for said company.
Lila, I want you to not worry about sending us that much money anymore. Please just reduce it back down to 500 that it used to be. Meanwhile, I am going to have a serious talk with Tammy.
Wait, Pearl, maybe before we do that, you, Tim, and I should talk in person about this. Of course, I think that Tammy deserves a talking to, but I also think that she's tricked us for a long time, and probably still has more tricks up her sleeve.
You're right. But I'm still just so sorry for all of this. You know that I've thought about kicking Tammy out, even cutting her off entirely. I've thought about it, but you're right. I think we should talk together. Hey, Lila! You have got some explaining to do. I still haven't seen your money transferred into my account. Hurry up and pay me right now.
Yeah, that isn't going to actually happen.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? What kind of game is this? Are you really not going to do anything to take care of your mother-in-law?
I've actually paid much more than I ever intended to pay to help her. But now I know that none of that money was actually going to help her.
What are you talking about? We are in serious dire straits financially and you say this now? Fine. If you really don't want to do anything, then fine. I guess it's a good thing that I've already moved to get rid of you. I sent your divorce papers to the courthouse today.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I thought of a solution to all of our problems. I'll just ask Tim to move in with Mom and I'd get rid of you. After all, it's Tim who works for the huge company and who sends us money while you do nothing for us at all. That's why I knew I had to get you out of the picture.
I seriously have no idea what you're talking about in the slightest. You're telling me that you sent off divorce papers for Tim and I without asking us at all first?
It was the only move I had. I mean, you're the one who refuses to live with Mom, and it's your fault that Tim doesn't want to live here anymore. I knew that if you and him were no longer together, though, then that would mean he would come back to us, finally.
I seriously have no idea what goes on in that head of yours sometimes.
Well, you've done this to yourself. You should have just sent the money like I asked you to. Of course, I know that you don't make nearly as much as my brother, so maybe you just couldn't afford it. Honestly, though, you should be ashamed of yourself for not doing more to help out your husband's family in our time of need. At least now, Tim is finally free.
I had just about enough out of you. You're going to regret this.
What are you talking about now?
I mean that I've reached the limits of my patience. You're a selfish, mean woman who only ever thinks of herself. But fine, if that's really what you want, then you can have your brother back and I'll stop sending the $2,000 a month.
What are you saying? I already know that it's actually my brother who's been sending the money. You haven't given a cent, so don't try and talk all high and mighty to me now.
You're going to really talk to me about not contributing anything when you've refused to look for a job for a whole year? Did you think that I was just going to keep working for you all this time? You thought I'd just let you get away with that?
What do you mean? You don't give me anything. I'm not wrong. Honestly, you are such a spoiled little girl. I've explained this to you over and over again, but you just refuse to listen. And now you've gone so far as to fraudulently send out divorce papers for your brother and Lila? What is the matter with you? Why do you insist on causing me so much trouble in my old age? You're the reason that I'm having financial troubles. Wait a second, hold on. Is this my mom? That's right, I'm here with Lila right now. And you have never once expressed any gratitude for all the money she has given us. Not only that, but you couldn't be satisfied and just had to keep asking for more and more to take for yourself. Wait. I still don't understand what's going on. I thought it was Tim who was sending us money this whole time. I just wanted my brother to come back home. That's why I did what I did. I mean, if he came back to live with us, we would never have to worry about money again. And the three of us could all live happily. If you think that we are going to be financially okay with just my retirement money and Tim's salary, you are dead wrong. Tim just works for a company under a contract by a huge company you think that he does work for. But he doesn't even make all that much. You mean that my brother is just working as a contractor? Of course he does. How many times have I walked you through this? Why don't you ever listen to me when I try to tell you these kind of things? Honestly, you've always been such a stubborn girl, but I didn't think that you were this stupid either. The one who has been sending us money this whole time has been Lila. Really? She has? Are you serious? Wait, no, that isn't right. Oh, please, don't even try to deny it. And now you've gone and ruined your older brother's marriage to such a sweet woman. Well, Lila is going to stop sending us money thanks to you. We're going to have to sell the house now. Hold on, what do you mean? Are we really going to have to sell the house? Mom, please tell me that you're not serious about that. I don't know how we're supposed to keep going with this way without that support from Lila. At this rate, I have enough savings to put myself into a retirement home and that's it. So, I'm moving out anyways. But, Mom, you just can't decide something like that without talking to me about it first. I mean, I don't want you to sell the house. I don't have a job. Where am I supposed to live? That is for you to figure out, Tammy. It's all your fault that this is happening, so you can find your own way out of this mess now. You can't be serious, right? Of course I am, and don't bother going to ask Tim for help either. Tim is here with us as well, and he says that you are no longer his sister after what you tried to do to sabotage his marriage. He says he wants nothing to do with you from here on out. Please tell me that this isn't really happening. You mean that no one is going to help me out? That's right. You blew up the living situation you had through your selfishness. But don't worry, I don't blame you. After all, you were doing all of that you did to try and help me, your dear old mom. That's why you asked Tammy for some more money, and that's why you tried to get her and Tim divorced, so he would come back to live with us. You did all that so we could both live more comfortable, right? I don't understand. What are you getting at with all of this? Well, not only did your plan not work, it would never have worked. And now it's blown up everything. You're on your own from now on, Tammy. Lila, I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry for sending out your divorce papers like that. I'm so sorry for everything that I've done to you.
You don't have to apologize to me, you know. I already called the courthouse and explained to them what happened. So basically, I was able to save my marriage from what you tried to do. Your fake divorce papers have already been purged from the system over there.
Oh, really? You were able to stop it? So then, that means that you forgive me for what I've done?
Oh no, I do not forgive you one bit for what you did. You have serious issues that you need to work out, but I never want to have to deal with you again.
Wait, Lila, please. I don't have a job or a place to live. Mom sold the house and is living in that retirement home, but she did all of that without even telling me. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do now.
How about you go out and find a job? I'm sure your mom is so relieved to finally be free of you. But you need to learn to take care of yourself.
You can't be serious, right?
Well, you said the whole reason you weren't working was to take care of your mom, right? Now that you don't have to do that, you're free to work and make as much money as you can.
But, I mean, that's not what I meant.
Don't you see? You're finally free from all the hard work you were having to do for your mom. I know you can do it if you put your mind to it. Good luck! After that, I blocked Tammy's number and didn't hear from her again. Not long after that, I went to help Pearl move her things into our place. She lied about the retirement home and now lives with Tim and I. I heard through the grapevine that Tammy finally started to work, except that she's constantly getting in trouble and always on the verge of being fired. Still, she knows that she can't go to anyone for help and has to figure this out for herself.